KwaMakhutha has become a name often heard on the news nowadays, but it is more than the name of a place or a court case. On January 21, 1987, 13 people died during a vicious attack on the house of Victor Ntuli at KwaMakhutha near Amanzimtoti. Wednesday saw the unusual situation where the Truth Commission's Human Rights Violations Committee focused on the attack on the same day as the Magnus Malan trial in connection with the same matter resumed in the Supreme Court. Hanne Costa prepared this report.
Victor Ntuli, a young UDF activist in KwaMakhutha, was not home on the 21st of January, but Ernest Tusini was there with his family in an outbuilding of the Ntuli home.
We were sleeping at night. We were awakened by gunfire, just people shooting, and one just went and hid on the other side of the bed, and that's how we survived. And it was a tragic thing, really, because, I mean, if you just get awoken by gunfire like that without prior notice, and it was a real shock. And how one survived it, I don't know. I can't tell you. I think only God knows. I think God is great for that. I lost 5 of my children, 5 of them, same night.
Tusini did not go to the Truth Commission this week. He believed the hearings were premature.
There is a court case that is on right now in the Supreme Court in Durban, which is going on in connection with the same incident. So one is just sitting and waiting and to see the justice prevail. I was waiting for the state to call me to come and put my side of the story, which unfortunately never happened. Up to now, I've never been called in. So therefore, maybe the Truth Commission is the one, maybe other alternative for me when the case is finished, where I can go and cough out whatever that is within me in terms of the events of that night. I think it's important for that Truth Commission to be there so that truth can then be established.
This week, Victor Ntuli's mother, Kanyisile Ethel Ntuli, told the Commission how the event changed her life. She wasn't there when the incident happened, but her husband and 3 daughters were killed and a grandchild injured, and she could never go back to her house.
I left my house. I went to following for two weeks, and the person I was with said I should leave because they were not safe because of my presence. People are scared of associating with us and to be seen as people who are close to us.
Ethel Ntuli wants to sell her house, but it has been occupied by another family. However, Florence Simamane says it was given to her while she's waiting for a stand in KwaMakhutha that had been promised to her. She says she would gladly return the house if asked to do so.
I'm feeling very bad about what is happening. I understand Mrs. Ntuli's problem. She's a woman like myself. But however, I'm pleading her to come and then we discuss this issue and then we solve it. I don't have anywhere to go. She has to come and negotiate with me. Maybe I'll get a site and then I'll move out to that new place. Since I went into that house, I've been fearing, but what could I do? I've got a big family. I can't go anywhere, but I fear for my life.
Ethel Ntuli was supported during the hearing by her son Mbusi. Even though her other son Victor escaped death by not being at home during the massacre, Ntuli believes that it was the IFP who finally killed him. No inquest was ever held into his death. In November last year, 18 people were arrested for the murders. They included former Defence Minister Magnus Malan and Generals Jannie Geldenhuys, Kat Liebenberg and Tini Groenewald. Since then, evidence has been heard that the Defence Force heeded a request by Chief Minister Buthelezi to train a covert unit which would be deployed against the UDF. After returning from their training in the Caprivi Strip, the men chose a target with the help of Inkatha's MZ Khumalo. According to the evidence, the target was Ernest Tusini. A number of armed men were dropped off late at night by a Defence Force vehicle with false number plates, and they launched their attack.
I feel very sorry for the next of kin of the victims. I think it was an atrocity that was committed, and I'm very glad that they get the opportunity of talking to the Truth and Reconciliation Committee.
We are waiting, as are many other people, to see what the outcome of that case will be, and judgment is expected fairly soon, later in September. And we will decide after judgment has been handed down as to whether we will subpoena those people. They may well apply for amnesty. One would expect them to apply for amnesty if they are convicted. In fact, even if they are not convicted, we feel that we may have a lot to learn from some of the people who are facing charges now in the Supreme Court, and we may well subpoena some of those people. So it would be nice if they had come to this forum first and told us about their role, but as I've said, they've taken the view that they are innocent, and that's their right to do so, and they may or they may not be proven guilty.